biggest misinterpretation would be that as soon as I assign you a new address to a structure that you're getting ready to build, you cannot automatically go onto Google and find that address 10 minutes later. It's not going to populate. I get that very often. Unfortunately, I do not work for Google or Apple Maps, but it is automatically live on our site, so first responders are able to pick that up. Google will not pick it up, and most likely until you start receiving mail.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
For 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really, really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Castor Key Auto Mart, online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with. As the coaches get ready for the ball game, umpires dressed in pink. Cancer Awareness Month. Your Shawnee Lady Wolves welcome the Lady Blue Jays from Guthrie, a natural rivalry between 2 competitive schools. It's Lady Wolves Softball on 7sports.tv. Bridget takes great pride in giving each of her customers exemplary personal service. With more than 5 years' experience and a lifetime resident of Shawnee, Bridget is dedicated to making First United a trusted resource for the community and everyone in it. All 4 Sonic locations in Shawnee support everything that happens benefiting our community. The Winteringers played a big part in the formation of Sonic and faithfully lead Shawnee in Sonic's rich and growing history. Thank you, Sonic. As we get ready for the first batter, Schaefer for the Guthrie Lady Blue Jays. She's also going to be on the mound today. Setting the defense is for your Lady Wolves, Kara Penson in left field, Taylor Cooper on third base, Caitlin Ramirez at shortstop. We're going to have Mackenzie Cooper on the mound. She'll be tossing the ball to Harley Davis behind the plate. That's a nice first pitch, but it is a ball just outside. Aaron Bonner in center field. Reagan Yohola on first base. Taylor Chamblin in right field. And the second baseman is Kristen Graben. That's going to be the first out with a tap back right to Mackenzie. And I'm going to be joined today by Jeff Chamblin. Jeff, thanks for coming by, man.
Thanks for having me.
We always like having you in because you're our softball guru.
No, if you think I'm the softball guru, we're in trouble.
Well, we just have to fool them for a little while, Jeff.
That's right.
The girls are out there playing hard, and they come off a 10-1 victory recently at Noble, or with Noble visiting here, right here on this field.
Yeah, we had a really good game. I didn't keep any stats, but we scored a lot of runs. That's a lot of runs for a ball game.
Yeah, if you can score 10 runs, you should win, unless it's a neighborhood rivalry against Tecumseh.
Yeah, you're right. The 29-run fiasco.
That's right. Man, that's guru enough right there, being able to count that high on all the runs.
I had to use my fingers.
Fingers, toes, belly button, all of it.
Yeah.
That's a nice pitch by McKenzie. Looks like she slowed it down a bit and fooled Graybill of Guthrie. Graybill going to be at shortstop today. Just outside. Going to make the count full. 3-2. Game just starting on a beautiful day here in Shawnee for softball. That one outside. McKenzie gives up the first walk of the day. Shawnee is sitting right now, I believe it's 19-9. Jeff, does that sound right?
That sounds about right.
They have 20-9. I'm sorry, with yesterday's victory. Didn't put that one in there. So 20-9. Good season for the Lady Wolves so far.
Yeah, we've had some unfortunate places where we didn't play real well, but for the majority of the year we played really well.
And this is a tough Guthrie team so far. We've split with them 1-1 through the year.
Yeah, I believe we lost the last game to them by maybe 1 run at their place. So.
They always are a tough foe for Shawnee. I believe the count is 1-1. We got 1 on the boards. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, first inning. We don't want that first run to come across, though. 2 balls, 1 strike. How important is it for McKenzie to start off quickly?
Well, just watching this year, getting ahead of the batters is when she does most of her damage.
That's right off of McKenzie's leg to her sister Taylor, and Taylor makes a nice throw over to over to the shortstop, and it's Caitlin Ramirez, so I'm saying first baseman. But to get the lead run at second, that was a tough play by the 2 sisters.
Yeah, the ball went off Mackenzie's shin, and her sister picked it up and nailed her at second. They had a chance for a double play right there. It's close.
That one's going to be popped to center field. Aaron Bonner underneath it, and it's nice. 4 batters up, 3 outs, no damage. Lady Wolves up their half of the first in a moment.
Think Richard's Drugs for your prescriptions and when you need to pick up that unique gift for parties and gatherings. Our downtown pharmacy has a large selection of nice, inexpensive gifts. Always free is gift wrapping and fast, friendly service. Trusted since 1939, Richard's Drug Store. Gun safety means handling your gun safely. Always keep your finger off the trigger. Always be aware where the muzzle points. Always know your target and what's beyond. BDC Gun Room. Guns, ammo, or accessories.
Kara Penson, as always, it seems, leads off for the Lady Wolves. Kara, senior left fielder. That one's going to be in there for a strike.
Find a way to get on base, Kara Penson.
Schaefer on the mound for the Lady Blue Jays. That one's going to be inside and high.
Kara's really been pretty hot at the plate. She's been really hitting the ball.
And that's good. Coming down as the season is really winding up where you really want to be peaking, Shawnee seems to be putting their game together.
Yeah. I mean, we got a little ways to go, but you're right. All the stuff that happens before regionals is just stuff. That's what it is.
And there you go, Jeff. Right on cue, Kara Penson with a solid single out to left field. That's going to bring up Taylor Cooper. Taylor steps in with an average above 500, I'm told.
Yeah. She's been above 500 or 600, I think, the whole year.
She's a hard out, that's for sure. That's going to be popped up into shallow right field. The right fielder unable to handle that, so the runners advance, and Cooper has a single. So we have a solid hit to left. We have a blooper to right.
How about over the fence dead center?
You know, that I
Ramirez.
believe that would be her 5th home run if she hit it. She hit one the other day over the right center field wall, so she's totally capable.
That's Caitlin Ramirez we're talking about, senior. At the plate now, ball 1 to Caitlin. Now, if I recall the 2 games these teams have played, both of them were solid defensive performances, not a lot of runs scored.
Yeah, that's definitely the case in the last one. I believe we got beat by a run. We just had some untimely, I think they turned a double play on us and we had the bases loaded maybe. But we had some pretty untimely stuff against them. I'm pro Shawnee, but to be honest with you, I don't think Guthrie should be playing with us.
Yeah.
I think we're more talented than they are. So a little bit of a personal opinion.
2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Nobody out here in the first inning. That one's going to be outside as well. So this a hitter's count for Caitlin early in the ball game with runners at first and second. That's Kara Penson up on second base. That one's going to be short of the plate. Kara takes a big turn at third. She thinks about coming home. Coach Boyer has none of that early on. Nobody out. Mackenzie Cooper steps up to the plate. Mackenzie, just a sophomore after our first 3 seniors.
Mackenzie's really picked it up the last few weeks here, too, at the plate. And that's probably why Coach Boyer didn't send Carrie. He didn't want to make a foolish out at home because she's got a good chance of driving some runs in here.
That's a nice pitch right on the outside corner. In there for a strike. Behind the plate for Guthrie today is Simpson, quarterbacking the club. And that's McKenzie right up the line. That's going to be extra bases. Nice hit by Cooper coming across Taylor, her sister, and Kara Penson. The first 2 runs go for the home team. And how often is that? Kara Penson starts us off with a solid hit, and she ends up going all around the bases.
Yeah, I'd like to see some stats on that. Her on base percentage and runs scored. I'd like to see all that.
Coach Boyer, that's a request.
Yeah.
Or Coach Roulette. That one on the outside to Harley Davis. Harley herself a senior. She's having a good offensive year as usual. A 4-year starter at catcher.
You know, the last 2 weeks she's had a pretty good defensive last 2 weeks. I don't know exactly how many she's thrown out, but I know it's 5 or 6. If you include the Coeta tournament, she's thrown out quite a few in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, she has that quick motion down to first base, too, for a pickoff. That one's a tough one for the first out. But that brings up Aaron Bonner, another senior.
Yeah, we're senior heavy this year. It's a good thing.
That one in there for a strike. 2 runners on. Mackenzie Cooper at first. Caitlin Ramirez at second. 1 out. That's a nice shot down the right field line. Going to go foul for Bonner. They're having a hard time catching up with Schaefer's fastball.
Yeah. They're just, they're seeing her for the first time. I think, the second time around, we may be just knocking them off the wall. You never know.
That one pushed down the line again. 2 strikes, no balls to Aaron Bonner at the plate.
I'll tell you, she did a real good job there. That ball was about 6 inches outside, and same pitch that Harley got rung up with the batter before. So, nice job.
That's a nice shot, and that's going to get through twice. Caitlin Ramirez is going to go all the way around to score. McKenzie to third, Aaron Bonner up to second. Nice base running by Caitlin. That was tough because it was happening right behind her.
Yeah, she almost got hung up Ball got through the shortstop, and then it got through the left fielder. So.
And it was hard pressed to see either one of them.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, Coach Boyer's really loud over there on third base, so she won't have any trouble hearing him.
So we're going to give Erin a single on that one, and she'll move to second on a fielder's choice. Up to the plate, junior Reagan Yahola.
Tell you what, Reagan had a good couple of bats Tuesday night, or Monday night, last night. She's been hitting the ball real well.
Mackenzie thought about coming home. Probably smart she didn't. That ball got a good bounce off the backstop. Came right back to Simpson. That would have been a close play. No need with only one out. Nobody on first base. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Aaron Bonner on second, Mackenzie Cooper on third, and that's going to be the walk for Yahola, bringing up Taylor Chamblin. Right fielder, Taylor Chamblin, just a freshman. Taylor with an RBI opportunity here.
Yeah, we'll see what she can do. She's been hitting the ball pretty well lately. We'll see.
Yeah, the freshmen have been getting stronger and stronger, as you expect, throughout the year.
Yeah.
Both she and Graben have started, if not all the games, the vast majority of the games at their position. As we've said before, Coach Boyer not afraid to use freshmen when it's warranted. That one's going to be foul, out of play. As Taylor comes back, she'll need to protect the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Lady Wolves, already with 3 across in their half of the first inning. That one high and away. Good eye by the youngster. She doesn't seem like a youngster anymore, does she, Dad?
By this time, she better not be a youngster. We're 3/4 of the way through the year, so.
That one's going to go down foul, the third base line. How about the pink shirts? I really like the color. It goes nicely with the green field.
You know, I don't know if it's every club across the state of Oklahoma, but the last 3 or 4 times we've traveled, we've seen teams with pink uniforms on, and it's a breast cancer awareness deal. They take money, and
that one's going to be rung up. That's a tough pitch, but it's been proving well for Schaefer in this inning. That outside corner been consistently called a strike.
Yeah.
So 2 outs now. Kristen Graben comes up. That one's a strike as well. That's the kind of thing you hope that Mackenzie is noticing while she's out there. They throw it down. Not even close. Cooper, without a vast mistake, she's just too athletic to try to catch on the base path like that.
Yeah, you'd have to catch her sleeping.
That's going to be called a strike as Kristen jumped into that one and then tried to get away from it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first inning. Bases are loaded. Graben at the plate. And that's a nice chopper to the shortstop. She double clutches, and it's not going to be in time as Graben has speed. Runners advance, and Cooper comes across the plate for run number 4. Infield hit by Graben.
Well, we've batted around. We're back to Kara Pinson.
Yes, we are, and a solid single to left the first time up for Pinson. She's going that direction again.
She likes to hit the ball from the left side of the plate and to the left side of the field, I've noticed. You know, this game is totally different than the way we started out the last time we played them. I believe they got up on us early.
Well, again, as we said, just a beautiful day for softball, probably in the mid-80s, maybe the low 80s with a slight breeze. The sun is high in the sky, but it's to everybody's back except us.
The weather is beautiful today.
Penson again off that fence. That ricochet doesn't count.
No. I know there's a couple of people, her parents mostly probably, that would love that ricochet to count.
There it is to left field again. This one hung a little bit too long, and it's going to go for the third out, but not before your Lady Wolves score 4 runs in their half of the first. Lady Wolves up 4-1, second inning next.
Casterkey Auto Mart, a name community residents have grown to know and trust. Casterkey, a fair deal on great late model vehicles and a buying experience that will bring you back. Casterkey Auto Mart on Harrison.
Hi, this is Deanne from Vision Bank, and we love loans. We'd love to help you with your next loan. Call or come by to talk to Carl, Donata, Jennifer, Harriet, me, or our new mortgage loan officer, Jennifer Edwards. You can find us at 4301 North Harrison or 395-9455. Stop by today and see the difference with Vision Bank.
To begin the second inning for Guthrie, it's going to be Sutton, the second base person.
There you go.
The one who guards second base.
There you go.
Mackenzie Cooper with a 4-run lead. One pitch to her sister Taylor. Over to Yahola. Out number 1 in quick fashion. The girls look sharp today, Coach.
Yeah, just we'll cross our fingers and hope it stays that way all 7 innings. There's no doubt about it. We can play ball. And when we stick everything together, we're awful tough to beat.
That's fun to watch. Earlier today, that's going to be ball 1. Up to the plate is Richardson for Guthrie. Earlier today, I was out admiring the All-State sign and the successes of the softball program in recent years. And, I was thinking that very thought, that really the sky's the limit for these girls with the talent that they have. And it's 2 weeks in the year that you put it together, and you can go as far as, as your abilities. And with the abilities these girls have, they could go all the way.
It's a possibility.
That one's in there for the first strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. I'm sorry.
Well, really, everything you do in any sport till the last 2 weeks is pretty much, just getting you ready.
That's going to be hit nicely into the gap. Picked off well by Chamblin. Doesn't let it get by her. Held to a single is Richardson.
Nobody ever remembers who wins the Guthrie game on, September the 20th?
Right.
But they remember who wins that state title and that regional title.
Right.
That's
and you remember the team, if you get knocked out, you remember the team that knocked you out.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. For a lifetime.
Right. That's going to be high fly. Caitlin Ramirez showing good ability, and she's going for 2. Man, that's great range by Caitlin.
I'll tell you what, she almost had the girl on first base that got a little bit up the line.
Yeah.
She almost had her doubled up, but the ball actually hit her. She has a rocket for an arm. There's no doubt.
Smiling out there now. Katie at shortstop. These girls liking to play. That one's going to be outside. Harley not going to have a chance at second base.
Well, she has some pretty good movement on her ball, Daniel. Have you ever noticed that from up here?
I have, and actually when I was talking to Coach Boyer about the pitchers, That's what he said. He said that, she doesn't throw it the fastest of anybody, but she's learning how to get motion on it. And there's evidence as it's a cheap fly to shortstop. Ramirez gets it for the third out. Your Lady Wolves coming up in the second, ahead 4-0.
The Clinic Pharmacy, open 7 days a week for your convenience, is dedicated to providing you with the finest, most efficient pharmacy service in the area. Tim Barrick and the Clinic Pharmacy, working hard to improve your quality of life. Kristen Ludy, our community's newest tag agent, provides fast, professional service, always with a smile. Whether you need help with a vehicle tag or any insurance need, Kristen and her staff provide professional assistance. Shawnee North Tag Agency and Hinson Insurance, both are on your way to where you're going on North Kickapoo.
To start off the second inning for the Lady Wolves, that's Taylor Cooper, ready to step to the plate. So far, so good for the Lady Wolves, Jeff.
Yeah, we're hitting it.
Hitting it, fielding it, throwing it, pitching it. Catching it.
Yeah.
In there for strike one. Again, working that outside corner, Schaefer. That's where she's been effective.
If she could keep it there every time, that'd be awful hard to hit. But he's calling that a strike.
Cooper holds off on that one. Evens the count at 1. In a conversation just in the community earlier today, talking about the success of the different girls' team, when we talked about that young lady, Taylor Cooper, right after that, the comment was, she may be the best athlete at the school, boys or girls.
Well, I think you could go a little deeper than that. I mean, I hate to, judge them or put a label on them, but she's one of the best athletes that's came through our high school in quite a while, boy or girl. And so is this one right here.
Caitlin Ramirez steps up. Went around and scored, walked and scored in the first inning. That to the shortstop. Nice put out there by Graybeal. First two up, first two down, and Mackenzie Cooper steps to the plate. And that's just shop talk, when we hear things like that. But it's always nice, the positive comments coming about and throughout the community towards the kids.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, we are loaded with athletes on this team. We got some good things happening in the city of Shawnee. We got, what are we ranked in volleyball right now?
We are ranked 5th.
5th.
With 4 private schools all in front of us.
Yeah, well.
But 21-0, sitting there, couldn't be any better than where we're at, unless you look through a coach's eye. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Okay. We've had some pretty good success over the past few years in different areas. So, Shawnee, I'm having trouble with the keeping score and keeping the count again.
I think you're doing all right.
I'm sure somebody's gonna. Well, I see a few people looking up from the crowd right now. So,
well, they'll get over it.
Yeah. Unless they want to volunteer.
I'm talking with the umpires earlier, they've been very good with us.
Yeah.
Keeping us on track. 3 balls, no strikes. But yes, volleyball is doing very well. Again, softball doing very well, too.
Made the state tournament in baseball last year, and I believe the year before that. We've had some really good things. How long has it been since we won a football state title? Just 4 or 5 years, hasn't it?
2003 was the last state title. Just a couple of years ago, though, went through an undefeated season. Had a lot of excitement there. That was Mackenzie with a walk. So that brings up Harley Davis.
I'll bet you that Harley doesn't strike out again.
I bet she's watching that outside corner.
I bet you're right.
That one's a little bit high for ball 1.
This girl's got the right idea throwing her outside and about knee high, because that's what I'd try to do if I could throw a ball. But
Wolf comes in for Mackenzie, and that's Harley Davis high to right field. And
that's trouble.
Too much trouble for the right fielder as Harley is rounding third and going to stop there. Wolf is going to come all the way in from first to give Shawnee another run with 2 outs.
Looked like the right fielder was having a little trouble with that one. Misjudged it, and it got over her a little bit.
Courtesy runner for Harley is going to be Schimmel. And Aaron Bonner steps to the plate for the Lady Wolves. That's sharply hit down the right field line.
I'll tell you what, the first 2 pitches of her last 2 at-bats have been hit a long way.
Solid down there.
Just a little foul.
Aaron, a very capable player, another one of those 4-year starters on this squad. Handcuffed a bit.
She's hitting the ball foul right now, but she's hitting it pretty hard every time she comes up to bat. Just a little something, getting around a little earlier or something, and she's hitting them off the wall too. I'm gonna call right center gap on this ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This one's going to right center. Down the line.
Well, maybe the next one.
Try it.
Yeah. Maybe the next one. See if we can score another one right here.
Lady Wolves up 5-0, and the bottom half of the second, that's right up the gut. We get the other one across. RBI for Aaron Bonner as Schimmel comes in from third.
That was a pretty good job of hitting. She fouled a few off and then battled a little bit and then hit one right back up the middle. You know, Daniel, that we brought up the point of some of the teams that have been doing well. We've won state titles in track recently.
Aaron Bonner with a nice jump at first. She takes second.
We've had some success in a lot of different areas, I believe.
You're right.
A track state title not very long ago.
How important is it within the community for the kids? You know, when does it start? When does building champions start? Is it when they hit high school? When is it?
Well, no, I mean, I think everybody kind of gets it at different times. But you know, if you're finding a bunch of successful sports teams in a high school in a town like this, you can count that you're living in a great community, and that you have a lot of support, which we do, and that you have really good high school coaches. You know, I mean, as far as when to start, I don't know. We start them pretty young sometimes, I believe, but
yeah, I was talking just last night to some of the volleyball parents, and they were reminiscing about in the 4th and 5th grade, those girls being together, traveling to club volleyball.
Yeah. Well,
that's going to be Yohola with the walk. That'll be her second walk of the game. She's shown a good eye. That brings up Taylor Chamblin. That one's bounced up the middle. It's going to be a tough play. And just in time, Taylor quarter step off from beating that one out with an infield single. But the Lady Wolves get 2 across. At the end of 2, Lady Wolves 6, Guthrie nothing.
We are here in the nitty-gritty of District 3 with the Potawatomi County Commissioner, Abby Thompson. So, Abby, I want to know, because this facility is, like we said, way different than the downtown Broadway facility, but how often are you working here versus downtown Shawnee?
So obviously on Tuesdays I try to be at the admin building because we have our commissioner meetings, but usually every other day of the week I do my best to be down here. I love it down here. Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of let's hair down,
get dirty, play in the dirt. Yeah.
Yes.
I really do love it down here.
Yes, and being down here and seeing the guys working, answering calls, being everywhere. And yes, they do get a break every once in a while. Don't worry, you guys. Sometimes. But it just made me realize they really are the ones that have to answer these calls and work in winter, rain, summer, shine. You get it.
And I think people forget, some of them take trucks home. If we get calls in the middle of the night, we never stop working. They get called out, they have to go do it. So they work very, very hard. Absolutely.
See, I don't think I realized that they have to work on call and all of that stuff as well.
Yes.
And so it just makes me appreciate, one, I don't come out to mod half as much as I should.
Well, you should.
Yes. Which is where District 3 barn is located, is in Maud, Oklahoma. And it allows me to realize that there's a lot going on all around Pottawatomie County. And there are advancements going on around Pottawatomie County. So thank you so much, Abby Thompson, for your heart for your county.
We are so blessed. I love our county. We have such great people. I love my crew. I couldn't ask for a better one. And I just want to remind you, girls aren't afraid to get dirty, right?
Yes.
Rhinestones and dirt.
Woo! Yes, I love that. Well, congratulations, Abby Thompson. You're making history while you're a District 3 commissioner.
Yes.
And we are so grateful for how you run the show over here. So
thank you.
Thank
Love
you,
guys.
Abby.
Thank
Love
you.
you. Bye.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
For 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really, really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Castor Key Auto Mart. Online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with. Mackenzie Cooper sporting a shutout. 6-0 for your Lady Wolves. This the top half of the 3rd inning. Knott's up for Guthrie. She's in the 9-hole today.
Daniel, have they made it through their entire lineup
They
yet?
have not. I was going to say Mackenzie's been very efficient. That's Katie Ramirez with a strike over to Yohola for the first out. She's been very consistent getting that first runner, and that tends to lead to good things.
She's when she's at her best, she's hitting her spots, of course. She doesn't get rattled, and she's keeping the ball down. She gets a lot of ground ball outs, I've noticed. So,
well, when you have an infield like we have, that's what you want to do. Make them put it in the ground and try to find a hole, because those holes are hard to find.
Yeah. She's not an overpowering pitcher. She doesn't have 5 or 6 pitches, I don't think anyway. But she does a good job of keeping the ball down and hitting her spots, and she has a little movement on her ball.
Well, and the improvement that we've seen just in the first couple of times that we have seen her now midway through the year, from early in the year to now, is amazing. And I wouldn't it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that maybe if she doesn't have 5, she may have 3 or 4 come regionals and the state tournament, and not just 3 or 4 decent pitches, but 3 or 4 that she has mastered. Mackenzie just doing a great job.
She, we needed her early in the year, and she, she's came through for us. She's getting after it. You know, I don't know how many games she has pitched before she got to Shawnee, but I'm assuming she hadn't pitched a whole lot. But you're right. She's came a long ways in a very short amount of time.
And that's Taylor Cooper. Nice pickup at third. Made it look easy.
That's how I used to field them, Daniel. Didn't you used to do that too?
Well, I used to miss those. That's what I would do. I would play that hot third, and I would miss those.
That ball would have bounced off my head or something.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor, just phenomenal out there in the field. And you mentioned before she came to Shawnee, talking about McKenzie, of course, you know, for those of you who don't know, McKenzie and Taylor were part of the state championship Bethel squad last year before moving into the district. So a great addition for Coach Boyer.
Yeah.
And all the girls.
Yeah, sure.
know.
We've had a few. You know, Reagan Yahola moved in from Texas, and the Coopers from Bethel.
That's going to be another ball. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the third inning. Lady Wolves showing very good defense. They've only had 2 base runners and 1 hit against them today. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's going to be a walk to Graybill. Which brings up Smith, the third base person. Nice cut by Smith. Better pitch by McKenzie Cooper. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, third inning. 0, 1, 2, 3. Double that 3, and that's the number of runs your Wolves have at 6. Taylor Cooper at third. With that arm, she's able to make that up.
Wow.
It's a strike. 3 outs, third inning. Lady Wolves up after this.
In the times of a small cash shortfall, Courtesy Loans is there to help. Courtesy Loans at 19 West Main Street offers professional understanding and courteous service when you need it most. Loans up to $800 with 9 months to pay it back.
Thank you for getting here so fast. I need help getting to the repair shop.
Well, that's what we're here for. You know, towing isn't all we do at 1-800-TOW-FREE. Need a jump start or locked your keys in the car? Just give us a call. We'll even change a flat tire for you.
Thank you so much. Now, how much do I owe you?
You've already contacted your insurance and the bill's taken care of.
The bill is taken care of? I feel so...
Tow-free, as free as the wind blows.
Kristen Graben stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wolves to start off their half of the third with a 6-0 lead. That's going to hit Kristen. No way to get out of the way of that one.
No, that was high and tight.
Yeah.
Got her right in the shoulder, I think.
It did. Kristen shaking it off down there at first. That's going to bring up Kara Penson.
Yeah, that little freshman scratching and clawing, that's just part of it. She's getting on base. She's doing her job.
Kristen Graben, that's exactly right, Jeff. And that's why you have them out there.
You're right.
I mean, if they're starting as a freshman, there's a reason, and they've got a mentality to win.
Yeah, and she did a good job. Hey, she got hit by a pitch, but she knows she did her job. She got on base.
That's right. First time up, she got a single. This time up, she gets on by being hit. Senior Kara Penson likes that. It's not often that she gets to have people in front of her on base.
Yeah, and she could drive in some runs.
That's going to be right to left center, and it's going to go over the head. And off the mitt of the left fielder, Graben goes to third. And Kara with a stand-up double. Nice shot again by Kara Penson.
2 for 3, 2 doubles, I believe.
You're right. And all 3 of them hit hard to left field.
Yeah, she's really found her swing.
That's going to bring up Taylor Cooper. Taylor with a shot to right field in the first. Actually, it was more of a blooper to right field in the first, and her shot actually went right at the shortstop. She had just hit it right to the position player, or it would have been a good hit as well. So 3rd time at the plate. She's been seeing the ball well. Taylor Cooper, 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out here in the Lady Wolves half of the 3rd. That's that outside call. It's been consistent all day long. The girls just have to get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's been consistent with that.
2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Taylor watched that one at about eye level.
You know, in the Shawnee lineup, Daniel, if you could just, as a pitcher, opposing pitcher, you could just pitch around one of these guys. But really, I don't think in the first 5 batters we have one you could pitch around and not have to face, another one really getting after it.
That's true, Jeff. When you think about it, you have 5 seniors and 1 sophomore who's a real gritty player in the first 6 batters. And that's pretty solid. Yeah. And then you have Yahola coming up after that. So
yeah, it's it'd be tough. You could pitch around. Sometimes you could pitch around people, but I don't think you can do that with us.
Taylor Cooper takes the walk, which usually means a triple for her, but fortunate for the Lady Blue Jays, there's 2 people in front of her.
Yeah, the only thing that keeps her stolen bases down, you're right, is base runners in front of her, because she can sure run.
In talking about pitching around, you walk somebody like Taylor Cooper, you pay by having to face somebody like Katie Ramirez.
See if she can take advantage of that.
That one's going to be low for the first ball. And I want to say, what a joy, Jeff, that it's been to be able to come out to the ballpark. I haven't been able to come up and do softball games for a number of years. I've done a few, but what a joy it's been this year spending time with you and watching these girls in their success. What a privilege it is to be able to, as a community member, to come out and enjoy high school sports this way, especially when you see champions on the field like this softball team.
Right, Daniel, and you know what? We really appreciate you taking the time to come out.
That's Katie. She does just the opposite. She putting it over the wall. She bounced it barely to second base. She does get a RBI across. The runners move up, but that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, we don't see that much from her. She just barely got a hold of that one, but
well, the good thing about that is freshman Graben gets hit by the pitch. She works her way around the bases, and she comes across with the run.
That's awesome.
McKenzie, somebody is going to straighten one of those out, and if they do, it's going to be high over that 6-foot fence.
McKenzie is totally capable, and she's hit some really, really hard balls this year. Some of them have been right at people, but she has the capability to put one over the fence.
Yeah, if they hit it 6 foot, they're probably going to be 2 foot short, though, so it better be 8.
Yeah. I'm not really hard on the officials, but I think he's getting a little too far on that outside corner now. It was about 8 inches, I think.
No strikes. That one's high. First ball of the count. 1 out for McKenzie. 2 runners on. If she can push these across, it's going to pressure the Lady Blue Jays to have to get some runs pretty quickly.
Yeah.
7-0 right now is the score. That one outside. They went for it, though. They went where the
that's
the
where I'd
gold
throw
has
every
been
one
paying.
of them. You're right.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Hey, if that's part of his zone, that's where I'd stay.
That's right. That one's high. Count is full to Mackenzie Cooper. Harley Davis on deck. Again, one of those situations. Walk somebody, pick your poison.
Mm-hmm. You know, the young lady from Guthrie hasn't did a bad job pitching. She's had quite a few errors around her. So.
And that's going to go up the gut, and that's going to score Taylor Cooper easily from second. Nice play by the Lady Wolves as Penson and Cooper both come across. That's 9-0 in this conference game and district.
Yeah. You know, I don't think the girls were really happy to lose to these guys last time. We didn't have a good game. I'm sure the coaches were a little bit upset as well. But I'll tell you what, they've really turned it around.
Yes, they have.
In this game. It was just a tough loss up there last time, but they sure have turned it around.
McKenzie at first base, being run for by the courtesy runner. That's going to be Wolf as she trots back to first base. You get a good shot of her over there. Mackenzie Cooper pitching a fabulous game, very efficient, and also 2 for 2 from the plate with a walk.
What has she got, Daniel? She's given up maybe 2 hits the whole game?
As Wolf going to second, she's in there for the steal. Let me tell you. No, it's actually 2 walks and 1 hit.
Yeah, good job, Mackenzie.
Again, solid defensive performance.
Yeah, she does what she has to do to get the ball on the ground, and the girls have been playing really good defense behind her.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Harley Davis.
2 and 2. Missed that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Harley solid to the shortstop. That's going to be over there for the second out of the inning. Wolf with a heady play to get over to third base. She's in scoring position if there's any kind of mistake at the plate.
Yeah.
Aaron Bonner comes up. Aaron gets that one to right field. This one's going to be trouble.
Barely foul.
It had to be barely foul, as our cameras, of course, at this angle are cut off down that line.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it started a good 15 feet inside of first base, but it just had that spin on it that took it out. Not a lot of wind.
Coach Rolette thought it might have been fair, too. He was waving her around first base.
Yeah. He was helping make the call.
Yeah. See if she can straighten it out a little bit.
That was the off-speed.
Oh.
Nice snag at second base by Guthrie. But again, the Lady Wolves bring a bunch of runs across. They lead 9-0 at the end of 3.
The Clinic Pharmacy, open 7 days a week for your convenience, is dedicated to providing you with the finest, most efficient pharmacy service in the area. Tim Barrick and the Clinic Pharmacy, working hard to improve your quality of life. Casterkey Auto Mart, a name community residents have grown to know and trust. Casterkey, a fair deal on great late model vehicles and a buying experience that will bring you back. Casterkey Auto Mart on Harrison.
Mackenzie Cooper starting off in the 4th inning on the mound, and that's going to be Reagan Yahola helping her out. Again, a nice play in the field by the Lady Wolves, and that's at least 3 innings that the first pitch has been an out to start the inning.
Her pitch count's not up very high. Not that they keep a pitch count in softball that I know of anyway, but she's had some pretty short innings, and she's getting ground balls, and we're making outs.
Well, 13 batters through the 3 1/3 innings. That's not bad.
No,
10 outs with 13 batters.
I'd take that any night of the week. So.
1 ball, no strikes. We, of course, are talking about sophomore Mackenzie Cooper on the mound. I believe, and so I'll say it anyway, she's still undefeated as a pitcher.
I'm not sure.
I think
I'll go with whatever you say.
Yeah. I believe she is either 9-0 or 10-0. Kara Penson on that one quickly. That's going to be the second base hit for Guthrie. That by Sutton. Richardson up to the plate. Richardson is the holder of the only other base hit of the day for Guthrie.
Well, let's just give her one.
Harley Davis, I thought we were going to see a throw down to second base. I was excited to see that because the runner did not get a very good jump.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and try to steal on her. I'd like to see that myself.
That's that's Sutton over at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the lower half of the 4th inning. Lady Wolves up 9-0 against rival Guthrie. Harley grabbed that one and showed it to me. It was coming so fast.
Yeah, she did a good job just to glove that one.
Yeah. I believe they call that a snowball.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. We don't get that one. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah.
Might be like a run rule thing. We're so far ahead.
Yeah. Shawnee, we definitely, Daniel and I can call every pitch from up here. We do a great job of calling balls and strikes. But
that one's going to be low. So the first two runners on in the same inning, for the first 2 runners on in the same inning for the first time against McKenzie today. It'll be nice to see how she faces this adversity.
Yeah, we've all our pitchers have had just an inning here or a half inning there where we've kind of lost a little bit of focus and walked a few, but they've been battling back lately. You can do stuff like that if you battle back.
Nice pitch there by Cooper. Going to get the first strike. Runners now on first and second. Sutton on second. Richardson on first. Your infield is Cooper on the mound. Davis behind the plate. Yohola at first. Graben at second. Ramirez at short, and Cooper at third. That one's going to be just high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Kara Penson, Aaron Bonner, and Taylor Chamblin in the outfield, left to right. And that's going to be out to Chamblin. It's going to be just out of our picture. It bounces, stays in bounds. So it bounces fair. No runners score. Chamblin showing good speed just to make that one close. Dad, you don't have to say anything. It's all right.
Thanks.
I make that point. She started at right center, and that bounced just right on the line, if not real close to it. She was on it quickly and close enough to it that the runners could not advance. That's going to be right at shortstop. Caitlin Ramirez just over her glove. Penson gets it in quick. That's a good play for you youngsters to see how Penson was on it and got it infield very quickly to the cutoff person.
They score a run there, Daniel?
They did score a run.
Okay.
Bases were loaded. The bases still loaded. 1 out in the 4th inning.
See if we can settle back in and get some ground balls and some outs and get out of this inning.
9-1 is the score. That's going to the shortstop. Runner is out.
That may be two.
Go tag somebody.
We got interference on the runner going to third, and then we got an out at first. That's
so
a double play.
That'll be 2 outs for the Lady Wolves. They take it out with the bases loaded. They lead by 8. Their half of the 4th coming up.
Tower Loans specializes in helping the small financial needs problems many of us face at some time. Tower Loans at 21 West Main is prepared to help you with short-term loans up to $800. Tower Loans helps support the Shawnee community. Personally, I want to tell you, the family to-go meals at Golden Corral are delicious, and they feed our whole family for less than $25. Golden Corral to-go meals. Give them a call tonight, and they'll have it ready for you when you arrive.
To start off the Lady Wolves' half of the 4th inning, that's Reagan Yohola, first baseman, up for the Lady Wolves. Schaefer still on the mound for Guthrie. Shawnee has 9 across so far in the first 3 innings. That's Yohola. That's going to drop for a single right in the gap. Yohola's starting it off. She is 1 for 1, and she's got 2 walks as well. So she's been doing what it takes to get on base.
Yeah, I think our key to having a really solid hitting squad is in our lower part of the batting order. If those guys keep scratching and clawing, and they did a good job lately. Mm-hmm. If they can keep scratching and clawing, we're going to hit the ball 1 through 6, 7 even, for sure.
Well, and let's just talk about 7, 8, and 9 for today. They are a combined 5 for 7. So that goes to show We have 9 runs on the board. When they're clicking, the top of the order can do what they do.
Oh, yeah. That's having depth all the way through your lineup where you can't pitch around people and they just don't know where to go with the ball. That's a good thing. And if those bottom half girls will really, really get after it, we'll be doing really, really well.
That's Chamblin. Taps it up to second. That's going to be a fielder's choice as Yohola is out at second. That brings up Kristen Graben. Grable is the shortstop for Guthrie.
Yeah.
I've had to make that call a few times tonight.
Kristen's, what is she? She's been on base all 3 times, hasn't she?
She's been up twice. This is her third. She has a single. She has 2 singles.
Well, she got hit by a pitch on one of them.
That's right.
Right in the
so a single
shoulder,
and a hit by a pitch. Very good.
Yeah, she almost got hit by that one.
That's Taylor Chamblin over at first base, drawing some attention. Taylor and Graben, both freshmen. That one's going to be in there for a strike. Two balls and 1 strike is the count. That one's high. Chamblin with some speed gets to second. Picks up her coach rather than making the decision herself. That's always a smart thing to do.
You know what? It is definitely a smart thing to do. Just the second you think you know a lot, you kind of get humbled in all sporting deals. But the coach he's watching the game, seeing the ball. Just listen. That's all you have to do. You're right.
That one's going to be on the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Graben will step back into the box.
I'm not sure she could have hit that one, Daniel. That was a pretty tough pitch to hit.
Well, she just tried, and it's pulled down the first base line. That was nicely done by Kristen to protect the plate.
I think she hit that one on the tape of the bat.
Yes, I think you're right.
She's doing what she's got to do to stay alive here.
That's right. And she taps it up to second base. She has speed.
Oh.
She's going to beat out that throw. Nice infield hit by Graben, and that's what the young ones can do.
Scratching and clawing.
That's right.
Scratching and clawing. She beat that one by half a step, and she had to bust it down the line. And here we are back to the top of the lineup with 2 runners on base.
No balls, no strikes. Clear that board. Penson with a sharp shot to the shortstop, but she's going to bring a run across as Taylor Chamblin comes across the plate. Graben is going to move to second.
Things happening.
Taylor Cooper up. Taylor 1 for 1 today with a walk. I'm sorry. Taylor is 1 for 2 today with a walk.
Yeah. The Guthrie pitcher just tried throwing her inside, and her bat is so quick. I think if I was playing third base for Guthrie, I'd ask her to not throw her inside.
Yeah.
She gets around on them.
Nice cut. 10-1 is the score. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th. That one, a nice pitch on the outside. It's been there all day long. That's a strikeout for Schaefer. But not before the Lady Wolves get another one across. They lead 10-1 at the end of 4.
At Fred's Tire and Battery.
We've got tires.
At Fred's Tire and Battery, we offer 24-hour national and fleet roadside assistance. If you need tires, Fred's Tire and Battery's got them.
Personally, I want to tell you, the family to-go meals at Golden Corral
are delicious, and they feed our whole family for less than $25. Golden Corral to-go meals. Give them a call tonight, and they'll have it ready for you when you arrive.
That's going to be hit to Ramirez at shortstop. Easily moves in for the first out. And, Jeff, was that the first pitch?
It was the first pitch again, I believe.
Fifth inning. And 4 of the 5 innings, the first pitch has gone for an out. Mackenzie Cooper is on top of her game.
Yeah, she's doing pretty well.
That's great to see. Stepping up is Graybill for Guthrie. Going to be fouled away. The Lady Wolves lead 10-1. Mackenzie Cooper is pitched all the way. That one's low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 5th inning. That one's just low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Getting behind there, wasn't I?
Not bad. You're doing good. I will say that. We've heard only 1 banter from the crowd today. That's
as opposed to the 30 we usually
get. That's right. That's
yeah.
the best we have done. We're just like the kids. We just get better. We get more seasoned as the season goes along. That one's going to be low and inside for a walk.
I don't think they're going to ask us to keep score at the state tournament or regional tournament at all. But we'll try.
Well, they don't. Hey, you know what? They don't have to ask. They hadn't asked us to do it today. We just show up and get it done, Jeff.
That's right.
Now, we hope they don't ask us to leave. That's
yeah. They ask us to leave. That's trouble. So.
That one's going to be inside. Harley Davis, you can bet, is keeping an eye on the runner over at first. Harley with one of the best moves in the state. That's going to be down the third base line. Foul. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Graybill on first. 1 runner. 1 run for the guests.
There you go. A lot of ones.
That one's inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count against the batter, Smith. That's going to be solidly hit to Penson just over her head. That was a nice play by Kara. Just couldn't quite handle it on that shot by Smith. That was hit well, Jeff.
Yeah, she got to hold that one. That's really the only ball I've seen hit today off Mackenzie that pretty good hit.
Yeah, it's been solid.
Yeah, real solid. See if we can shut them down here.
That's right down the pipe. Nice looking curveball by Cooper. Talking about the motion on her pitches, you really can tell from up here the improvement that through the work of the year.
Yeah, everything she throws, and to me it looks like a slider. It's pretty difficult. And then she's added the change up or she throws it a little more, and it's, she's tough.
That's going to go to Graben at first. Nicely played over to Yahola at first. Graben, of course, at second. And that's going to bring up for Guthrie Sutton. Sutton is the owner of one of the 3 hits. One of the first 2 hits for Guthrie today. As she comes up, I kind of lost track of their hits last inning when they got their run.
Well, there hadn't been a bunch. We know that.
There has not. 2 outs now. That's that off speed you were talking about, Jeff. It just seems to take a while to get there.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to. She keeps it down too. That's another good thing.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one's low. Runners on first and second.
Daniel, I didn't get to see the play to left field because of this wall, but, getting that ball back in quickly saved us a run as well.
Yeah, it did. That's just another example of the athletes that we have on the field. Kara Penson's certainly one of them out there. Not only did she get a good jump and almost made a spectacular catch out there, when she missed it, she didn't have a question about what she was supposed to do, which is hightail it to the ball and get it back in.
Right. Nice.
Nice pitch by Mackenzie Cooper as she strikes him out to end the 5th inning.
All 4 Sonic locations in Shawnee support everything that happens benefiting our community. The Winteringers played a big part in the formation of Sonic and faithfully lead Shawnee in Sonic's rich and growing history. Thank you, Sonic. Michelle takes great pride in giving each of her customers exemplary personal service. With more than 18 years' experience and a lifelong resident of Shawnee, Michelle is dedicated to making First United a trusted resource for the community and everyone in it.
On the Lady Wolves half of the 5th inning, Caitlin Ramirez is going to start us off. Caitlin is 1 for 3 so far today. Nope, Caitlin's 0 for 2. She's due.
Well, that can all change in a hurry, can't it, with her?
That's right.
She could be 1 for 3 with an RBI after this at bat. You never know.
She leads the team this year in home runs, does Caitlin. Caitlin, a senior, and has been at Shawnee for a couple of years. Last year was unable to perform simply because of paperwork at the state office. Because she was a move-in.
Right.
So that was unfortunate for her. That really would have helped them last year, too. Caitlin, a fine athlete. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the 5th inning. Lady Wolves up 10-1. Yeah. We were talking about the run rule and it being 10-1 on the scoreboard. And the run rule did not go into effect, and we don't exactly know why. We're not questioning it. I hope they would tell us if we had the wrong score up there.
It's quite possible. But, I don't know if it's 8 or 10 after 5. I feel confident somebody would be telling us.
Yeah, I do too. Caitlin with the shot up the middle. She must have heard us talking. She was ready to get that first hit on for the day. Nice hit by Caitlin. That brings up Mackenzie Cooper. Mackenzie has pitched an ace of a game so far, and she's doing well at bat, 2 for 2 with a walk.
Daniel, what will we ever do after this? Man.
After what, this game?
No, the season's over. We got 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to reminisce how it felt after wrestling season.
Yeah.
And you'll have to put something like that into play, Just when you're in the thick of it, it is just going like a tidal wave, kind of like you're surfing that wave. And, towards the end it breaks and you end up on the beach. So.
Yeah. Does that mean you're taking me to Hawaii after the
maybe,
softball season?
Yeah, maybe that's
something?
Maybe that's what it was. We'll just take off to Oahu and see if we can catch a wave.
Yeah.
And sit on top of the world.
I tried that surfing one time when I was young. I'm not real suited for it.
I understand that. I kind of like body surfing. Oh, Caitlin caught off of first base. She thought that one was going to get over. They double her up with the blooper. So 2 outs. Coming to the plate is Harley Davis.
Nothing you can do really in that situation, base running. I mean, you're going to get caught off the bag every now and then. It was a kind of a looper. She didn't think she was going to grab that ball, and she got a little too far off. I mean, just happens sometimes.
Right. It just kind of died out there.
Yeah. If she'd have stayed on the bag and the ball had just barely went over that girl's head, then she'd have got thrown out at second. So.
Right. And if I recall properly, earlier in the game she was in a situation like that as well, up the middle, where the play was happening really behind her, and you just had to go. So.
Yeah, she's a pretty headsy base runner most of the time. Just got caught there with unfortunate play.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th inning for the Lady Wolves. 10-1 is our score.
You know, you'd be hard pressed. We've kind of spread out all our hits and production throughout the entire lineup.
We have.
I mean, it's not been a one-person big night show. It's been, you know, a little bit from everywhere. So
everybody is having some success. And you've made a point of that today, Jeff, that's what it takes, is it's not one part of your lineup really being soft.
Right. You know, Oklahoma's a really competitive state in softball, and if you're going to go far in the state tournament or win a state title, you're going to have to be able to play with all 9, and some off the bench for different things. So.
Harley with another cut. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full.
I think I maybe got behind a little bit on the count there for a while.
Yeah, the strikes came quickly as Harley puts it into center field.
Oh.
Way back.
Oh,
Harley
hey!
puts it over. Harley Davis to straight shot center field.
That
nice.
was a lazy. I didn't know if it was going to make it. That was way up in the air.
Just kept going. It shows the power that young lady has. Harley Davis ends this ball game with a shot to center field. And Jeff, a good ball game by the Lady Wolves.
Yeah, and you know, it's that kind of that pivotal moment right now where you start getting everything together and getting everything right, and you know, before we know it, we're gonna be at the regional tournament. So it's good timing.
It's a good time for these Lady Wolves to be picking it up and getting ready for the postseason. So they move to 21-9 on the year, and another conference win and district win for the Lady Wolves. As always, Jeff Chamblin joining me out here at softball. I want to thank you, sir, for being here and sharing what you know.
It's not a lot, but I appreciate you having me anyway.
Well, it's more than I know.
Well.
So that is good. And girls, great job today on the field. And we thank you for tuning in and watching this production of 7sports.tv, where together we're building community one season at a time.
I've always been impressed with those guys, the deputies and the admin. They've always been kind. The deputies have pretty much work with very little pay, which is disappointing to me because they need to be paid more. But they don't complain. They work and they do their job. I mean, that was what impressed me the most about these guys. Was I'd go on a call and I never once heard them complain. Go to hopefully we never have to, but going to a funeral when they're honoring one of their fallen retired sheriffs or deputies, the way they show up. So I know I've got a great group of guys to work with, and I'm excited about that. I think we'll be able to work together. We will.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
For 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really, really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Castor Key Auto Mart, online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with.